Hi, my name's Tony, and I'm the host of Our Amazing Kids. And today we have Vella, and she's going to tell us about worms and frogs. Hi, Vella.
Hi.
What you going to talk about?
Frogs.
Frogs? Frogs is a good start. What do you know about frogs? Why do you like frogs? That's the first question. Why do you like frogs?
Because I like that they jump and that they are slimy.
You like slimy things? How come?
Because it's more interesting.
Oh, that is interesting, yes. It wouldn't be good if we were slimy. But you like worms and frogs?
Mm-hmm.
So, my friend told me that you know a lot about worms also. Like, what?
I like that they do cool stuff.
Yeah. What kind of cool stuff does a worm do? They just sit in the ground, right? What do?
They move around in the soil with their hard-working muscles, and they live in burrows.
I thought they just laid in there. They work? What kind of work does a worm do? Oh, they probably work at the store, huh?
No.
No?
They eat the soil and make burrows, and the burrows help vegetables and fruits and trees and plants grow.
All because of worms?
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. I didn't know that.
Their skin needs to be moist because it has to be that way because they don't want it to get all bad for them.
Really? So I guess that means if it wasn't for worms, we wouldn't have any vegetables or plants or nothing, huh?
Yes.
Well, some frogs don't need water, though. Or is it toads that don't need water?
Well, toads don't need water, I think, but they might drink it.
Well, yeah. I drink myself. I've had water today.
And you would find frogs in a wet place, and you would find toads in a mountain, like close to mountains or in the grass.
Have you ever seen one or held one?
No.
I had a little frog where my
I've
friend
seen
lived.
one before.
Yeah.
It was near our trash can at my house.
Wow. I saw one this big one time.
I saw one that was probably this big.
Yeah, that's a good size. So now we know that frogs have smooth skin, right? Toads have bumpy skin. Frogs have teeth, or toads have teeth.
Frogs.
And toads don't have teeth. I don't understand how a toad can eat without teeth. They just gulp it?
Yep.
Wow, that's amazing. How did you learn all this stuff?
From videos.
Videos, yeah. Do you have frog books and worm books at home?
No books.
No books? Well, maybe I'll have to get you a book. What do since frogs have teeth, they must eat different stuff than toads that don't have teeth, right? You know?
They eat the same stuff,
Really?
like bugs and insects.
So do the toads eat the soft ones since they don't have teeth? Is there such a thing as a soft bug?
I do not think there is a soft bug.
No, okay. So they must just swallow it whole, huh? Wow. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Okay? Don't go nowhere.
Titans go!
When the Teen Titans go to the movies, they know the best way to travel is safely. To keep your child safe, be sure to use the right car seat for their age and size.
Exactly.
Hollywood, here we come! The Atom has arrived!
Have a seat, my dude.
For more information on finding the right seat, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Impressive!
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
My name name's Tony, and I'm back with our amazing kids. And today's amazing kid is Vella. And me and Vella have been talking about worms and frogs, her favorite thing. And we are now joined by Mike from the Sacramento Zoo. Mike, this is Vella. Vella, that's Mike.
Hi, Vella. How are you doing today?
Good.
Good. Well, Vella, I can tell already you know a lot about worms and frogs and toads. You've already proven that, and I'm really impressed by that. You know a lot of things that I even wasn't sure about at first.
Thanks.
Did you bring a surprise for Vella?
I think so. I've got something right here now. Would you like to meet a toad? Would you like to meet a toad named Mrs. Toad? Okay, I've got her
brought
right
Mrs.
here.
Toad.
And this is not my lunch, like I said it was. Actually, right here, I have got a very large toad. And again, her name is Mrs. Toad.
Wow.
And she is what is called a Colorado River toad. Now, you know what's special about Colorado River toads?
No.
They are America's largest native toad species. So if you were to travel around America, these would be the largest ones you're ever going to see. And just like you said, they're slimy, and they've got those big eyes, and they like to hop.
And they got those bumps.
And the bumps too, like I said, they have little bumps all over their skin, like you just said before.
And those big round ones are where they kill their enemies with.
That's right. You know about them already. That's perfect. Because they have poison right now. What does that poison do? Now, if I were a coyote or maybe a fox and I thought I might have to have that toad as a snack, what would the toad do?
I don't know.
Well, she'd make that kind of a poison to come out of these little things because they're called glands. These little white bumps right here. And it tastes really, really bad. And it might make you sick if you were to lick it or bite it or eat it. That's how they protect themselves.
Okay, Vella, that's the rule. No licking toads.
No, you do not want to lick a toad, especially a big toad like this. You think she'd make a good pet? No, probably not. Because you wouldn't be able to play with her, right? We'd have to wash our hands really well after.
I know one frog that's really funny. It's called a tomato frog.
Tomato frogs, yeah. Well, I think we even have them at the Sacramento Zoo in our reptile house.
Wow.
Why are they called tomato frogs?
They just sit until their meal comes walking by, and then they just eat it.
That's right. And you know what? Like you said before, toads don't really need to live around water. They can live underground. They make burrows, and that's where they spend most of their life. And after a rainstorm, there might be puddles and ponds where they can come and lay their eggs. So just like you said, the way they lay their eggs, kind of like a frog, but a little different.
So if frogs burrow, you think they bump into worms that burrow?
Absolutely. And that's something they eat too. They'll eat worms. Mrs. Toad here, she eats worms. She likes crickets. She likes all kinds of good, tasty bugs like that. You ever had a cricket? You ever eaten a cricket? No.
So, tell me something, Mike. When she was saying that frogs are slimy and smooth, where's that slime come from?
Well, they have glands under their skin. And you know, really neat thing about all amphibians, toads, and frogs is they actually breathe through their skin. Did you know that?
No.
Oh, well, they take in oxygen through their skin and they put out carbon dioxide. When we breathe in, we take in oxygen. We breathe out, we put out carbon dioxide. And they do the same thing, but they help that with their skin. So a toads and frogs are really, really sensitive animals because things, you know, we can't handle her if we've been touching different kinds of chemicals and things like that because they can take it right through their skin and make them really sick. And that's why frogs are so important too, because they let us know in a pond or a river or a lake if there are bad things in the water. Those toads and frogs get really sick, and we know that we need to take better care of that area.
So, does Mrs. Toad hop? Or...
She does hop. She's a good hopper.
Yeah?
So I'm kind of holding her right now because she'd hop right off the stick with the
Oh,
center.
no. Don't go, Mrs.
Okay, yeah.
Toad.
She's a very active toad, though.
That's cool. What do you think, Vella?
It's interesting.
Is that the biggest frog you've ever seen? Oh, I mean toad.
Toad, yeah.
Sorry. Is that the biggest toad you've ever seen?
And the only one I think.
Oh, and the only one. Well, I got to tell you something. Remember when I said I saw one this big? I was vivid. That's the biggest one I've ever seen right there.
And this is the biggest toad you're going to see, too, probably. At least the one that comes from America.
Are they all over?
Well, actually, in the plain states, Colorado, that general region, they come forested areas, grasslands, and they're actually pretty widespread, usually around a body of water.
Well, Vela said she saw one by her garbage can here, so that would have been a frog.
Could have been a toad, too. We have toads and frogs.
We
right here.
have a river, like we have a little creek, so it's probably a frog.
Probably a frog, yeah. Even at the zoo, we have lots of little tree frogs. And at night, you can hear them chirping all around our ponds and lakes, and they come right up to our different areas.
At night, we usually hear them using their noise.
Making little chirping sounds, things like that. Yeah, these toads, they don't make a lot of noise. Actually, I heard her making a little bit of noise on the drive up this morning.
What noise was it?
It was kind of just like a...
Well, Mike, we sure appreciate all the information you've given me and Vela. Right? Don't you think? I appreciate it. Okay, tune in next week for Our Amazing Kids.